And welcome to Jurassic Jones, the show where a grown man talks about dinosaurs in a way that other adults who are passionate about dinosaurs find encouraging. As usual, I'm Joe, and go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't just yet, because we got a lot of stuff coming on the road to Dominion. I wouldn't want you to miss any of it. And let's get to this Metriacanthosaurus, this Roar Attack Metriacanthosaurus from Mattel. But what better way to start it than in the Jurassic World Evolution 2 database, which has some great dino facts. If you haven't checked out the game yet, it's on PS5, Xbox, all several platforms. It's kind of awesome. I'm loving it so far. Moving on to dino facts. Description: Metriacanthosaurus is a genus of carnivorous theropod that existed during the late Jurassic period. Named after the spines on its vertebra, the name translates to moderately spined lizard. Metriacanthosaurus can grow up to 8 meters in length and over a ton in weight and preys on large herbivores. Despite its relatively large size, Metriacanthosaurus can reach speeds of up to 20 miles per hour. Discovery: This genus was first described in 1923 by German paleontologist Frederick von Huene. Although the first fossils found, parts of a backbone and leg bones, were initially attributed to Megalosaurus. Further research throughout the 20th century led to it being reclassified as Altispinax, and finally Metriacanthosaurus in 1964, when English paleontologist Alec Walker declared that the bones were that of a new genus. Paleontology: Metriacanthosaurus lived around 160 million years ago on the south coast of England, using the thick forests and jungles that grew during this period to sneak up on its prey. Its diet consisted mainly of other dinosaurs as well as some marine reptiles that swam near the shores. And yeah, this is a lovely representation from Mattel of this dinosaur, this theropod. It's the third one we've actually gotten. It's the third Metriacanthosaurus offering. That being said, you can see we got the bumpy limbo and the Ceratosaurus on the back there that we've opened in previous videos. But yeah, this Roar Attack wave, I can't stand the button personally. It's kind of like a weird eyesore. It looks like there's something wrong with the dinosaur's back. But that being said, they have some of the nicest paint schemes out of any of the Mattel figures we've gotten so far. So it's like really easy to forgive that strange little aesthetic blemish. This Metriacanthosaurus, as far as like the ones we've gotten, is my favorite coloration. It's got that weird naturalistic like brown like dull color to it, which is very reminiscent of like the Crash McCreary concept art for the first couple of movies. And it's just, it just fits right in with all other Jurassic dinosaurs. It's not at all cartoony looking. It's just, someone actually, when I had it in hand, someone said, "Ooh, that looks ugly." And it was funny because I knew exactly what they meant. For the reason that they said it looks ugly is the reason I thought it looked great. They thought it looked ugly because it looked real. Like it had a really nice, natural, look to it. And yeah, it didn't look very much like a toy. It looks like an animal. And that's why I personally like it. Yeah, it was the weird kid who liked the T-Rex a lot and stuff. But yeah, so Metriacanthosaurus. You see we've got the 4 functions on the button on the back. It's kind of like a recycled mold from the other 2 Metriacanthosauruses, but they did put the mechanism in the mouth, which now closes and opens. And you got the mechanism on the back. And it looks like the standing difficulty that the other 2 Metriacanthosaurus figures had may have carried on to this one. Very close. It's the best one. So yeah, here's the other 2 Metriacanthosauruses we've gotten with this new edition, and you can see their mouths are kind of fixed open. There's a mechanism on the back where this new button is on those 2, which just closes the mouth for a second and does a roaring sound. But the mouth is fixed open, and it's something that always kind of bugged me. As you can see, this new one poses way better. Yeah, the other 2 are just a little bit brighter, kind of more cartoony looking. I love Metriacanthosaurus as a dinosaur, but this was not one of my favorite Mattel figures. But this one, it's kind of brought me around to it. Thank you, Mattel. Great job. shockwave now that I've had a little time to really reflect on them. It's kind of cool that you can pose them like 4 different ways, or you can move their mouth 4 different ways. A lot of the dinosaurs in the line, their mouths are fixed one way or another, or some you have to manually open. These you can just, I don't know, they photograph very well. Minus the strange break on their back. Yeah, Mattel's Metriacanthosaurus. All 3 of them. Yeah, just a lovely all-around figure. The link for this one, there's no link. This has actually been kind of a weird figure. Collect Jurassic doesn't have one on his page, and yeah, it just kind of popped up. It's not even part of the official Roar Attack lineup, so good luck looking for it. It's at Walmart now. And hey, folks, if you like what we're doing, go ahead and check us out on Patreon. Because that always helps. Comment, tell us if you found a Metriacanthosaurus out in the wild, or if you're looking for one. Subscribe, let me know, what you want me to post on the road to Dominion. Hit that bell so you know when we're posting it, and everyone, do us a favor and stay safe out there.